What's up, friends and foes? Welcome back to Let's Get Nerdy. My name is Wyatt.
My name is Corey.
And we are fresh out of the Fantastic Four First Steps.
Fantastic Four. All right. That's right, and as I guess always for our new movie reactions, we're going to start off with non-spoilers. But before we get to non-spoiler thoughts and reviews, I do want to give a quick review. This is the novelty popcorn bucket I picked up.
Behold.
This one was $20. They did have a Herbie.
Herbie.
Is it
Herbie or Herbie? I think it's Herbie with a B.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm also dried out right now in the mouth, so it's hard for me to talk, which is great for this. But
yeah, it's perfect.
That was $75. It looked really cool and articulated. I think it was actually supposed to be a cup. Is that a straw?
I think so. It looked like he had a straw on his head.
Regardless, when I got up there, I was like, how much is that one? And the lady goes, $75. I was like, how much is this one? And she said $20. I was like, you got yourself a deal there.
Yeah.
The cool thing about it is it's tin, which I don't know why. I really appreciate when they do the tin ones as opposed to the plastic ones. And I like the design, obviously, just it's a regular popcorn. But if you notice, there's like a space.
There is indeed
there's a blank space that is meant to display I think a pop figure. That's what you call them.
Oh, I thought it was like a card, like a
card.
I assumed it was like a playing card.
Regardless, it's rattling around inside.
There is something in there.
So let's go ahead and figure out. I don't know if it's supposed to be a surprise or if it is like the same thing for all of them. So
it's a surprise right now.
It's a surprise to us. So it pops off. It's a magnetic seal.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you.
Damn. Okay, that's pretty cool.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Hey, there goes the lid.
I don't know why you would have. Okay. And then.
Drum roll.
Oh, yeah, it's a pop.
It is a pop. Oh no!
The fuck?
Please hold.
That's right. It's Johnny Storm. And instructions of how to mount him.
Okay. Can I see it?
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, so
dude, that's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Iridescent, right? Is that the word?
Sure. Does it light up?
Does it light up?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. That's pretty cool, actually.
That's really cool.
I guess we should show the camera more.
Yeah. Yeah, little guy. Very cool.
Well, now I wish I would have got one too.
Translucent.
Iridescent.
I don't know what that means.
That's like what Sue's powers are, I think. Like the the shininess.
Anyways, and then you just, I think.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cooler than
working.
What I had assumed to be like a playing card or trading card.
Boom. Yeah. So you display like there you go.
Okay.
The lid went.
Well, it's gone. Oh. It's super secure.
There you go.
It's fantastic indeed.
Yes, but 1, not 4.
Yeah. Wow, we should sell that. That little promo that we just did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So with that, that's the review of the novelty popcorn bucket. It's pretty all right.
I guess we should say this is from AMC as well. I know other theaters chains have different buckets and such.
Yeah, so. I think it's the the Regal that has the Galactus head.
Yeah.
That's not $40. I wish. $40? That's like $80.
Yeah.
But
it's very cool.
Very cool. And this one is pretty all right.
It's worth $20.
I would say if anything more, if they were like 25, 30, I'd be like,
you're pushing it.
No.
You're really pushing your luck at that point. 25, 30 bucks.
But yeah, so now I have another thing to find where to put.
Yes. You're gonna have to build a shelf.
I do need to build another shelf. But with that, Wyatt, we're not here to talk about shelves. Anyways, Wyatt, we just got out of Fantastic Four First Steps, so we're not here to talk about popcorn novelty buckets.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. You started us off. What were your initial thoughts of the film?
Okay, my initial thoughts, non-spoiler section, of course. We will give a warning for the spoilers. This movie's great.
Yes.
It's very good. I love the whole aesthetic of the film. The music is great. Music, sound design, whatever the fuck, is great. The costumes are great. The characters are done very well. The actors all do a fantastic job.
Yes.
No pun intended, but also kind of intended. I was thoroughly, I don't know if impressed. I guess impressed is the right word to use. I just really enjoyed it a lot. It lived up to me. It lived up to the hype of the trailers, and I think it did. It shined the light on a hallway full of doors to open up, if you will. So I think there's a lot of opportunity here moving forward. So, what do you think? What's your initial thoughts?
I had a great time. I thought it was awesome. I thought I thought it was awesome. There are certain things I would have liked to see more of, and certain.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
Yeah. There. Nothing glaringly made the movie worse. It's just more. But regardless, I had a great time visually, like you said. It was stunning. If you liked the Jack Kirby designs of things, you will love this movie. He is all over it.
Yeah.
And they even end. I guess I don't know if this is spoilers, but they even end it with one of his quotes. I can't tell you right now because I have a terrible memory.
Yeah, same. Also, I can't remember it word for word, but that was a very nice touch for Jack to finally get something on the big screen. And it is very Jack Kirby, which I love. I mean, it's such a fun, cool comic, like old-timey comic aesthetic for the whole film, and it just is so nice. Yeah,
they definitely throughout have that. It obviously advertised in the trailers the futuristic but still like 60s Norman Rockwell styling design. I don't know if Norman Rockwell's the right pull there.
Couldn't tell you. I do think like the pacing is okay for the movie. Like let me rephrase that. It's good. It's not bad. I do think that it does feel like the movie flows really quick though, and it could be longer. I think there's, I don't know. Like I said, I feel, I don't know how to phrase this because I don't think the pacing is bad, like I said, but I do feel like there could be like scenes could be extended.
Yeah.
Sections of the movie could be extended.
Some sections I think could be meatier.
That's a much more condensed and better way to put that. Yeah.
Particularly like so the chemistry of the family is awesome. Like particularly Joseph Quinn and Eben Moss, who's playing the Thing. Joseph Quinn playing Human Torch or Johnny Storm. Yeah. Their rapport throughout the film was really great, and we get like little bits of it throughout the movie, but we don't get any like large sections of it. And so I think I would have liked to see that a little bit more.
Yeah,
I think we'll get that. We'll get into more of that in the spoilers. The soundtrack or the score was incredible. Michael Giacchino, who has done a ton of, well, he did the Batman, and a ton of other things. He did Ratatouille.
Didn't know that one.
Yeah. So,
well, he's nailing the comic book scores and themes then for sure, because the Batman soundtrack is phenomenal.
Well, and he did all the MCU Spider-Man movies too, among some others. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know about all of them, but I know for sure. Yeah, I think he did all of them.
Oh, okay.
So,
I did not realize that.
He did. That's great. In this one, because he's just the fucking man.
Okay. And so with that, I feel like we're just gonna. I'm gonna redo that.
Okay.
That. Okay.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. And so with that, we're gonna roll into the spoiler section at this point. So this is your warning. If you haven't seen it yet, go see it and then come back and finish this from here. Yeah. So spoilers in 3, 2, 1.
Mole Man kills the Thing.
Surprise.
No,
that didn't happen.
No.
So but he's in the movie.
He is in the movie. Yeah. Which I don't know if that's a spoiler, but now we are really in the spoiler section. So I guess why you kick us off with your spoiler.
So I guess you mentioned Mole Man, so I'll talk about. They had a lot of very quick and very just like we're going through a newscast or report or special.
Yeah, the opening was like a Ed Sullivan TV show, a talk show talking about the history, like condensing the origins and history of Fantastic Four into like the first 5. It really felt like the opening to The Incredibles.
It did.
This whole movie, I think, was actually very similar in tone to The Incredibles. Especially with the design of the futuristic but classic too. Very, which is funny because I feel like for the longest time people would talk about the Incredibles as like the best Fantastic Four movie before this one. But I want to say that right off the bat, actually.
Okay, go ahead.
Here, it's been how many years since the first, like 60, over 60 years since the original Fantastic Four comic book. There has been 3 different Trident movies before this one.
That is true.
And what do you know? What 4th time is the charm? This is the fucking Fantastic Four movie.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Like definitively,
hands down.
And yeah, just fucking awesome. Like overall, a great film.
Yeah.
The opening, starting off with the newscaster.
I think his name was like Ted Sullivan or some shit. I don't know.
No, I don't think it was that.
Was it not?
It wasn't that on the. It was Ted Sullivan, but it wasn't Ted Sullivan.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
That would be awesome if it was.
Was Ted Sullivan somebody?
No, Ed Sullivan was the old like talk show where like the Beatles played on.
Because you just said Sullivan, so now okay, yeah. Brain fart.
Yeah, and then you get a lot of in this period of time. Yeah, you get the glimpses of them stopping Mole Man and a bunch of other like villains that I know are from Fantastic Four comics, but I don't know them.
I don't know them either. I haven't read a lot of Fantastic Four comics. I think I've read like selective issues here and there.
Yeah.
But they had a lot of like classic villains that I don't know if they actually were. I assume they were from the early issues. Like just like the Wizard and some dude with a bunch of monkeys.
Yes,
or chimpanzees, I guess.
I think that was all from like early comics.
Yeah.
That's actually something I really liked about this movie is I feel like it pulled from kind of all eras of Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Because they even have like a like charity or a government thing that they run called the Future Foundation, and then the plot to defeat Galactus, where involving like transportation gates and shit like that. I feel like is pulled from the Ultimate Universe.
I can see that, yeah.
And so I think there's just a lot of... I really like that, yeah. It felt like it was taken from all eras of Fantastic Four.
Yeah. Yeah, they made a really interesting or cool reference to the first issue of Fantastic Four with the... I know he has a name, I'm sure. The big green dude, not the Hulk, the thing coming up out of the ground.
Yeah.
Don't know his name.
Yeah,
so,
he like... But in the first issue, he's controlled by the Mole Man.
Yeah.
So
that was very cool.
Yeah, really.
Because I've seen that that cover so many times in different books or whatnot that I'm like, reading about Marvel and stuff. But I guess to talk about the actors themselves and the characters just a little bit more. Pedro's great. We all know that. I love Pedro. I wish there was a little bit more of Mr. Fantastic being super smart, I guess. I mean, there was a healthy amount in there, but I just wish, again, to go into like where I wish there was just a little bit more to the movie, Yeah, that's one thing that I wish there was more of like the stretchy and I guess just him in general. Vanessa Kirby, I think, like she had a lot of weight in this, or she carried a lot of the ship in this movie. That's a weird analogy. I'm sorry, but. No, she did a great job. I like her a lot. She's a great actress. And it's cool to see... Well, it's just cool to see the Fantastic Four in the MCU fucking finally.
Yes, yeah.
But she did a great job. I mean, they all did a really good job. They all...
Well, and to jump on your the point of seeing it in the MCU, I like their decision to make it a different universe.
Yeah.
So it isn't a thing of like... Because I think that's the biggest question of, if they're like introducing mutants and Fantastic Four and all these different elements of like, if you're introducing it into the universe of the MCU that we know that was involved with the Infinity Saga. Why weren't they there for the Infinity Saga?
Right. Yeah.
So I like the decision to make it from such a different universe than the main line of the MCU.
What I think Earth 828. Is what it was. I don't recall.
I don't keep track of that stuff. Because Marvel isn't keep track of it very well. You know,
it's fine. They're doing great. They're thriving. Joseph Quinn did a good job. I wish he was a little bit more like quippy, like Chris Evans, Johnny Storm, you know, but still did a great job. And I think his character had a lot of depth in the movie, which was awesome. And then it was super cool to see Ben Grimm get to like have his trench coat and have all of his fancy clothes and his hats, and just I think he had the most connection to the people of the city, you know, shown throughout the movie.
Well, and they did that because, and I mentioned this before we started recording, like the thing is often, I think like is consistently just the most popular member of the Fantastic Four. For some reason, people just, including, he's my favorite member of the Fantastic Four.
He's my favorite too.
And that's like, I think he has the most shots and frames and costumes that are just pulled straight from the comics.
Yeah.
Of like when he's wearing the fedora with the blue sweater and the overcoat. I think that is just straight up from the comics.
Yeah. And it looks great.
No, he looks awesome. And that's actually what I really like is why they went so hard in the stylized visuals of it, like how stylized the visuals are. Because when the CGI is going to look a little warped or weird, wobbly, the whole place kind of looked weird, warped and wobbly, so it fits the tone of it. And I think that's really good. Speaking of visuals, I fucking love the suits.
Oh, I do too. They're so good.
I think this is the best that the Fantastic Four suits have looked on screen.
Yeah.
Especially if you compare it to the 2015 Fantastic Four. That didn't have costumes.
That is an atrocious attempt at a movie.
Yes, but
yeah, no, they look great. The colors are great. Yeah. Like I like that everything is vibrant and like it just kind of similar to Superman. Like we talked about. It's hopeful and it's just happy and like it's nice that like comic book movies are kind of just embracing being comic book movies, and they're not trying to be overly dark or too edgy or too grounded. Or
there's no.
I think we're just getting away from that, like them trying to make shit too grounded, you know.
Yeah.
And
which, because even in the MCU, in the MCU they were pretty like bold with costumings of like having Captain America just be full on Captain America.
Yeah.
But then they would still do things like Quicksilver's just wearing Under Armour.
Yeah.
Or Hawkeye never actually gets a costume until his show.
Yeah.
And even then it's not the costume. I feel like they should have been brave and just given him the old school Hawkeye costume. But also, excuse me. But I also feel like that's probably the one costume that I don't think would work from comic to screen.
It wouldn't make sense. But they've done it where like they've had I guess like in WandaVision they had like plays on the costumes where it was like Halloween costumes or whatever, or like in Loki the I don't know what dimension he was from or whatever, but there was the comic book Loki in the comic book suit or costume or whatever, you know. So that they've done it in different ways, and it's cool that they're even doing that, you know, and they're really just going for it with these new. I say new, but they're just embracing the comic designs.
The old school all blue and white, which I think looks awesome. I think that's the best version of the Fantastic Four costumes.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the blue and black is cool, but and they even had very briefly, like, I don't know if it was blue and black or blue and dark blue, but when they were going through the montage of like this is Fantastic Four's backstory, there was a different suit to begin with, and then they went to the blue and white as like the, you know, this is the suit choice of the movie going forward.
Yeah.
And I think it's sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
No, you go.
I think it's cool too that like we talked about in the Superman video. It feels like we're in this kind of revitalize. Fuck it. 3, 2, 1. We're in this revitalization of superhero movies and stuff and comic book stuff. And it's cool that we're entering this new era of these movies with Superman and with Marvel's first family. So it's just it's just an interesting observation.
Yeah,
both companies. So
kind of the movies to seemingly re-spark, because I actually don't really know what the overall thoughts on Fantastic Four is yet, but seemingly the relaunch of the MCU is with the family that for the most part launched the Marvel universe in the 60s, and then Superman, who launched fucking everything. You know, kind of being these new starting points. And what I think, I actually feel, and this is something we'll probably talk about in a deeper sense in another video, is like we're entering like the silver age of comic book movies, kind of where like the base was established, but now we're getting a little bit weirder and a little bit, you know, we've found out what doesn't work in the MCU and the DCEU for that matter. But getting back more to the Fantastic Four movie itself,
we're straying away.
What did you think of Galactus and Silver Surfer?
Dude, Galactus.
The fact that we got Galactus. Full on Galactus.
Not a weird puff cloud like we did in the, whatever, 2006 or whenever the movie came out. Not that Galactus. We got Galactus with like the helmet, the horns, the purple and pink and everything. Everything was great. The only thing that was missing that I didn't like about this Galactus, which is not a huge thing, his pupils were not squares. They were just regular ass circles. Not a huge deal. They were still purple.
Throw away the whole movie.
You throw it out. No, they were still purple. They were still great. He had a super ominous, just it's great.
Vibe. When he first, the sound design around him was awesome, because like when they first see him, it's like a hum, and he lurches forward, and you hear it like the theater moved with the sound. It was incredible.
It has a weight to it.
And I think I like that they kind of went a little bit even into the idea of that this is, you know, how do I say, like there's a tragedy to him, that like his existence is to eat these planets, and he doesn't want to do it anymore. Like he wants to die. It becomes kind of his central thing of it becomes his central thing, as he wants Franklin Richards, who is now revealed to have incredible powers, which, you know, from the comic books, everybody knows that. And I really like that idea of it. The biggest aspect in this movie that I think was underserved, or I really wanted more of, was Silver Surfer. Because she had a very, and you've seen it in the trailer, very ominous. We all have our words we're messing with tonight.
That's fine.
A very ominous like entry with her saying, "I herald his beginning. I herald your end." Was such a cool introduction, and the like Johnny chasing after her and everything like that. But then it didn't feel like there was like a build to her helping the Fantastic Four. It felt like it was like 1 moment, 2 moments, 3 moments, done. Like, you know.
I mean, they had that scene with, where Johnny, I guess that was the tipping point of her making her decision to help, you know, with the whole kind of delving into her backstory and Johnny piecing it together without, very unexpectedly to her. And that had weight to it. But yeah, there wasn't, I don't know. She was just there all of a sudden. Which it kind of felt like it's just expected to know that she's going to help because it's Silver Surfer, and Silver Surfer is not a bad character. You know? And I think it's interesting that they used Shala instead of Norrin. We're gonna get Norrin. He's gonna show up at some point. I assume in the mainstream 616 MCU, whatever the fuck they're calling it. I don't know. It didn't bother me like it bothered some people that I've seen talk about it online. I didn't know much about her prior to this movie. I don't know. I kind of read a little bit more about it, and I think it's an interesting choice to do. But
I imagine they did it because Johnny ends up, I guess, developing a crush on her. And is receiving these like messages from her that turns out to be from her home planet, and I think that's kind of why they made the decision.
Yeah.
It's not something that's very much very thoroughly explored.
It's not. Not really.
And that's, I think that's where I am literally on the precipice with this movie of really, really liking it, just under loving it.
Yeah. No, I think that's where I'm at too.
Because I think if we made decisions where like we spent just a little bit more time, because that opening scene when Ben calls that they're pregnant,
yeah,
and like that was probably my favorite scene in the movie, just because it felt like such a Ben Grimm moment, and it felt like such a genuine moment, and then seeing the like few scenes where they're actually like joking around with each other or interacting as family, those were my favorite. But it didn't feel like we got those maybe as consistently as I would have liked.
No, I agree with you. Yeah, I think that's one of the aspects that was it was lacking from the movie. But I don't know. Like we were talking about Galactus, and on one hand, like I'm so happy that we got to see Galactus.
Yeah.
But I almost kind of wish that he wasn't the big bad of this particular movie, you know? Like maybe she showed up at the end to herald Galactus as like an oh shit, and then he was to come.
I get that. I think that's they pulled the Galactus because they're like, I think MCU Marvel really doesn't know how everything's going to shake out in terms of series and sequels and stuff like that. So they're like,
that's fair.
We have Fantastic Four, let's just do Galactus
let's just
now.
do it, yeah.
Especially because like, if you're not doing Galactus and you're doing Doom for Doomsday, are you going to do a Mole Man movie?
I know that kind of. I mean, where do you go with that? Like, where do you go from there?
But
and again, like I'm not upset at the choice at all.
Yeah.
It just felt like, I mean, I know he showed up very, very early on in the comics, like one of the, I don't know if it, not the first arc, but one of the first few arcs, I believe. But no, it was fine. And again, like I wish we had gotten Norrin. I want to go back to that for just a second. Like I wish we had gotten Norrin. I want to see Norrin. I was just saying, like it didn't bother me that we got Charlotte. Is all I was trying to state with that. But the visuals of the movie itself, and you mentioned it kind of being in some instances a little like stuff looked a little wonky, but I think it was just like the aesthetic choices.
Yeah, I think that was it fit in with the visual style of the movie.
Yeah, but
except for the baby.
The
baby was because if you don't know, Franklin Richards was born in this movie, which I like how much they're just time jumping here.
Yeah.
So that they're like, by the time he's important to the story, he is just already a kid.
Yeah.
And anytime he's on the screen, it looks like the Flash when he gets the line of the baby on the hospital bed.
Yeah.
Everything else in this movie looks great. You know, you might be able to be like, all right, that's clearly animated, but it fits with the visual style.
Yeah.
Anytime they're holding him, it's so that's the only bad effect, but it's so consistently bad. I couldn't stop focusing on it.
Yeah, until they got to the point where it is just an actual baby. Well, I guess
there were moments it was an actual baby.
There
but
was, yeah.
You can't really like when they're trying to like run from Galactus with him and shit.
Yeah.
You can't really have a real baby.
You can't do that.
There's not really I don't think the Stunt Guild of America would allow a stunt baby to.
It's the first time for everything. Yeah, no, but like the CG itself, aside from the baby, I think everything looked great. Like Galactus looked great, and I guess that's cool too that we've now seen a Celestial, and we've seen Galactus, and we've seen Eternity. In different movies. Was it Eternity in Love and Thunder, or was it a different Celestial? I don't remember. I think it was Eternity.
I have not seen Love and Thunder since we walked out of the theater.
I haven't either. I have no desire to watch that movie again.
So you could have told me it was Eternity. I'm like, for sure. Why?
I think it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna move on from that. What was I saying? Fuck, now I forgot.
Well, that's great.
Sorry,
go for it. You go.
Just the visuals were great because Galactus looked great. When they're in space, it looks fucking great. When the Excelsior, Excelsior.
Excelsior.
Yeah, the name of their spaceship.
Yeah.
which, you know, great call to Stanley.
Stanley.
That looked great when it was taking off and, you know, going through the atmosphere and stuff and into space. That was all shot very well. It had that, like, kind of... And there was a lot of shots of that, like, grainy, vintage-looking film, whatever the fuck. And that looked really good. That was cool. But the stuff in space looked great. The stuff around the black hole looked awesome.
I also loved Times Square. They had all the screens in Times Square, but they were like tube televisions.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
That was cool, yeah.
The retro future technology of this was awesome. Was so fucking cool. I know we've already talked about it. I think it's probably too much about it, but like the recordings going onto vinyls right away and stuff like that, I thought was so cool.
What is that called? Like neoclassic?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie is fucking awesome.
It is. It is awesome.
This also obviously is a very scatterbrained reaction review, but we just got out of the theater and we're very excited about this fucking movie.
Yeah.
Because I think it is the MCU has found its rhythm. I think a lot of people would say they've I think a lot of people are thinking this is the comeback movie. I feel like they've had their rhythm for a while now.
When do you think they got it back?
That's a good question. So, because I don't know if I would count. I don't know if I would count Deadpool and Wolverine, because I feel like that was such its own thing.
It was, yeah, I think so.
Personally, I would actually say the Marvels was the first time I went, like what was it? Because I forget the placing, but like the Marvels was the one that we went to that I was like, okay, we're working with something here. Because that was the first one they were like, all right, no multiversal stuff until the very, very, very end. Mm-hmm. Like nothing, we're like, there's these three characters. We're telling a very simple story. Mm-hmm. How do we make this entertaining? And it was incredibly entertaining.
It was.
And it was, I think, what was it actually called?
Just the Marvels.
The Marvels?
Yeah.
Was it really?
I think so, yeah.
Anyways, but the Marvels itself was very entertaining. I think was like, and it was a really good movie. And I don't know. I feel like that's where I would say.
Okay.
But I also don't. Memory does not serve me in terms of where that is in the timeline. Because I also liked Wakanda Forever. I've liked most of the post-Endgame movies. I know most people haven't.
Yeah.
But I have. Maybe it's just because it goes back to I have a bad taste in movies.
I mean, I don't know. I remember. We're getting way off topic now, but that's
way
fine.
Off topic.
I remember. I know when we went to see the Marvels. I know it's not a very popular film.
No, it was.
But
I think at the time their worst performing.
I think so. But like, I know we both had fun with it. We both left the theater just like enjoying ourselves, you know, or having enjoyed ourselves, and it was just, it wasn't like bigger than it needed to be, and it was kind of people. I don't know. People may not see it as that, but I could see how it could have been the start of a course correction. Mm-hmm. And I think they are making a solid attempt to kind of scale back and actually put more thought into what they're doing and more quality over quantity, and trying to make films that are more meaningful, like to come back to when the MCU started, rather than just like we gotta pump out 3 movies a year, whether they're not finished or not, they're cut together, doesn't matter, just put them out. So
with that, I do think this is all a discussion for another day. The last thing I want to get your opinion on why it is, there are 2 post-credit scenes. One of them, waste of fucking time. It's entertaining, but I think we agreed the post-credit scene should be flipped, because the first one was...
The first one, okay. Yes, you're right. They should have been flipped. They should have been flipped. Because the first one is the one that everyone's there for. Everyone's waiting for. You know what's coming. You know what's going to happen. Motherfucking Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom.
It's just like the fucking Thanos thing from Avengers when Thanos just turns and smiles. Oh. It's just enough. It's just enough of a tease of Doom. But it got me so fucking excited.
Got me very excited.
That was probably, weirdly enough, that's probably the thing that got me the most excited about this movie.
It was the one thing that everyone, there was an audible like, oh shit.
Yeah, everybody in the theater. And people had been murmuring and talking and kind of, doing their thing or whatever, and then it started, and you could hear everyone like,
ooh,
oh god.
And they've then also time jumped
4 years.
For
later,
4 years.
yeah.
So Franklin is a somewhat of a little kid now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he is a little kid.
Somewhat of a little kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the second end credit scene is just something that they could have just not done. They could have.
Well, it was the intro to, because in the movie they talk about they have a cartoon series,
yeah.
And so it was the intro to their cartoon series.
Yeah. Which, and like it almost annoyed me because it was cool. It was a cool little like snippet that I'm not upset that they made it. I do think they should have swapped it because no one gave a shit about that, and we waited the extra 5 minutes or whatever of credits to get that. But then they had it just like you could see the tube TV, like the outlines of the box itself. So I was thinking in my head as we're watching this, okay, I see the dial, so I'm imagining someone is watching this and the camera's going to pull back and we're going to get some kind of a reveal of something, but we didn't. It was just Herbie and his little robot hand turning the TV off, and then that's it.
I don't think it was that bad.
No, I manufactured my own disappointment again.
Well, yeah. But yeah. And that was, I guess, our thoughts on Fantastic Four: First Steps.
Yeah.
Very, very pleased, happy, excited for this movie. I do think I'm gonna go try to see it again at some point.
I do want to see it again.
Yeah. And till then, do you have any last words of wisdom for us, Wyatt?
Go see it in IMAX. Of course, go see it in IMAX.
One more sidebar. It's so funny, in high school or whatever, for as long as we've been seeing movies, he did not care about the format.
I didn't.
He was not a format person. I was the one who was like IMAX or 3D or the like. And it's so funny because, like, in the last year, you've completely flipped.
No, you swayed me.
Because I even remember when we went and saw Endgame, and you're like, you bought my ticket.
I did?
Yeah, because you were like, we were buying it for a huge group, and I was just going to pay for, like, to make sure we all got the same set.
Yeah.
Is that how? Or was that before they had assigned seating?
I think there was assigned seating at that point.
But yeah, because there was assigned seating, we bought tickets all, and then like I got there and realized we bought tickets to see Endgame in standard.
Oh.
And I was like a little bit like, oh, okay.
I don't remember that at all.
And then I literally went not the next day, but that same week at 10 in the morning on a Friday to see an IMAX.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So with that, that's about all we got, I think, for today. We'll probably, one of us will have a more thought out review, hopefully soon. But yeah, if you want to see that, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. We're also going to be covering the other older movies too in the coming weeks here, and some other fun stuff. So stay tuned. Comment down below what you thought of the movie. Comment down below what you would let Ben Grimm cook you. And
nice.
Yeah. Anyway, with that, you guys be good, because we gotta get back to nerding out about what we nerding about.
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic
right
Four.
Now. Yeah.
All right.
I love
Goodbye.
Goodbye.